You know, for many months now, when these protests and things have been happening, the rioters, they have for some reason thought it was a good idea to surround cars, attack innocent people, and I want to know exactly what you would do if you were in a situation just like this. What's up, guys? Ryan here with Tampa Carry. So recently, I was asked to speak at a community event for Tampa Bay residents that are very concerned about the riots and the protests that are happening kind of in our society. So one of the questions that I posed to this group of citizens, I said, what would you do if you were driving your car down the road and all of a sudden a group of protesters decided to block traffic? They're standing in front of the road. And I got a variety of answers. They said, you know, I would go in reverse. I would get away from the protesters. I would turn around, make a U-turn. Some people said that they would drive through. In my opinion, I think the best thing to do in a situation like this is to simply go backwards, turn around, and get the hell out of Dodge. But what if that's not good enough? What if the protesters have completely surrounded your car? You guys have probably seen this on social media now. A vehicle, either on purpose, I do think some of these vehicles are doing it on purpose, but I do believe that some people, it was just random. You turn down a street and you are accidentally all of a sudden in the middle of a massive protest. And I don't think they really have much option but to just try to get out of there. So what would you do? You're driving, you've got your family in the car, and all of a sudden, you are right in the middle of a massive, massive protest. Now, again, if the protesters are mostly peaceful, like CNN loves to claim, then it shouldn't be that big of a deal. They should just be walking by with their signs and their banners, chanting and doing their thing, trying to get their voices heard. But if these mostly peaceful protesters are actual rioters and criminals, then they're gonna start damaging and attacking your vehicle. So you're sitting in your car, they start banging on the hood, shaking the vehicle. What are you legally allowed to do? Let's ask ourselves the big questions. So question number one, how can the situation be avoided? As I've mentioned dozens of times, every video I make about the rioters, you know, our goal is to try to identify where these individuals are gonna be, and then we just need to avoid it. If, and with good situational awareness, if you are driving and you are approaching a mostly peaceful protest, then you should start to notice that there are more people around, there are people standing on the streets, like something should tell you this is not driving down a normal road. There's normally not hundreds or dozens of people just standing around. That should be the key to tell you I probably need to turn around because I'm probably driving into an area that I shouldn't be driving into. Question number two, what level of force can actually be used? So again, you've got the protesters surrounding your car, they're banging, they're denting the hood, maybe they're scratching the paint, I don't know, they're shaking the car. In my opinion, I don't really know if any level of force can actually be used. You definitely can't pull out a gun. You definitely can't shoot them. You can't point a gun at them because in my opinion, there is not a reasonable belief of imminent death yet. And again, is it really worth it? Now, in my personal opinion, if they are attacking my car, surrounding my car like that, and my family's in the vehicle, it is my obligation first to keep my family safe. What I cannot allow to happen is what these protesters seem to enjoy doing, which is smashing the windows of the car. Listen, I get it. So you want to dent the hood of my car, you want to shake it to try to get us all riled up and get us upset. You're a scumbag, but go ahead, do whatever the hell you want to do. I don't have a right to do anything yet. But as soon as they smash the window of my car, as soon as they actually break that barrier and have entered an occupied vehicle unlawfully and by force, I owe it to myself and I owe it to my family to get as far away from there as possible and get them to safety. And that means I gotta do whatever I gotta do. So you guys gotta remember, I'm in a 4,000-pound pickup truck. Yeah, you're gonna get out of my way. So I think it is very wrong to drive through at 80 miles an hour, 50 miles an hour, probably even 30 or 20 miles an hour. But I'm gonna take my foot off that brake and I'm gonna let my truck roll forward and I am going to get my family the hell out of that area. I am not going to allow them to smash my windows, pull me, my wife, or my children out of that vehicle, because once that happens, there's no telling what these psychotic people are actually going to do to us. The next question is, does this situation fall under the purview of the Castle Doctrine Law? Now, in my book, Florida Concealed Carry Law, we discuss exactly what the Castle Doctrine means. The Castle Doctrine is found in Florida Statute 776.013 subsection 3, and here's what it says. A person who is attacked in his or her dwelling, residence, or vehicle has no duty to retreat and has the right to stand his or her ground and use or threaten the use of force, including deadly force. And it goes on to say in subsection 4, a person who unlawfully and by force enters or attempts to enter a person's dwelling, residence, or occupied vehicle is presumed to be doing so with the intent to commit an unlawful act involving force or violence. You know, the Castle Doctrine gives us that really amazing presumption of fear of death and great bodily harm because the bad guys are attempting to enter unlawfully and by force. And in my opinion, if you are smashing my window and you are breaking into my vehicle, you are attempting to enter unlawfully and by force, and it is my obligation to get my family the hell out of there. This brings us to the next question, because we really haven't even talked about using the gun yet. Is using the firearm the right option? You know, in my opinion, I would say it kind of depends. As you know, I believe using the gun really has to be a last-ditch option. If you truly believe your car cannot move anymore, you are stuck, I am trapped, you know, maybe it would make sense. But in my opinion, the easiest way to get me and my family to safety is to simply drive and get out of there. You know, watching these protesters and these rioters attack cars and chase down people, it's like watching a zombie movie. It's like watching World War Z. I never thought I would live in a country like this, but this is the society that these weak politicians are allowing to happen. The final question, where is the line in the sand? As I mentioned, the line in the sand is the point at which we have no other option but to pull out our gun and use or threaten the use of deadly force. For me, the line in the sand would be as soon as somebody breaks or attempts to break the window inside of my vehicle or has actually made unlawful and forcible entry into my car, I cannot allow these people to pull me out and kill me in front of my children. I would not allow that to happen, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to survive. I want to know what you guys would do. You know, as I mentioned before, it is our goal as responsible gun owners to identify where these people are going to be, and we need to avoid it at all costs. There is no excuse. We need to stay away from them because bad stuff is going to happen if you are anywhere near this. So leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys would do in a situation like this where rioters have surrounded your vehicle and are attacking you. And make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, keep training and stay safe.